Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Like Dota Casual Match and Draft Commentary. I'm Brian Sabone-Yinger, and I'm joined this evening by none other than Ben Yadneb Day. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you?
I'm great. Jared is romancing? His wife?
Question mark. Yeah, he's supporting his wife.
Supporting his wife.
Supporting his wife and being a good husband.
Being a good
And
husband.
we both have abandoned our wives.
Hanging out, having
Yeah, we're casting Dota matches.
Correct.
So
Totally worth it.
well worth it. Yeah, we made the right decision.
Yeah, we're totally good husbands.
Right.
So anyway,
We've already started. Look at this. We
Yeah.
had 2 quick bans coming out. So we've got Outworld Devourer here, and we've got
Sniper.
and then over here we've got the Ricky ban. So
We're playing captain's mode, and when you're at such a low level of play that we are, usually you just ban who you hate to play against.
right. So let's talk a little bit about what happened here. So we're actually in an arranged group of 4.
Right.
And before any of us grabbed captain, the 5th random person on our team
Who's solo queued.
who solo queued grabbed the captain. So
Correct.
we're going to be at the mercy of what Go-Getta,
Go Getta.
who's definitely a go-getter.
Go-getter.
Because
Correct.
he decided he wanted to draft, is doing. So I'm assuming he doesn't like playing against those 2 characters, but he's communicated very little to us.
Right.
And I think he's one of those folks who actually decided, I'm going to draft and then immediately ask, what do you guys want to play?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So which is not
So,
really what you're wanting.
We right off the bat have a Clinkz pick. How do you feel about a Clinkz pick, Ben?
I feel like we're going to be in one of those matches where they're just going to pick the cheese heroes. I'm already feeling a little scary about that. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is a little scary.
Yeah, because Clinkz has his skeleton walk that gives him bonus move speed,
Right.
and he turns invisible. And he also has the searing arrow, which will it does extra damage, and it goes through BKB.
Yeah, I like Clinkz as a hero.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't necessarily want to play against him.
Yeah,
So we've picked Crystal Maiden off the bat. I think he asked, who do we play? So we're actually on a voice chat here, and so
you
we're,
always want to ask who do you play
who,
first.
who do you guys play? So I think we're trying to somehow shape a draft,
Correct.
even though we're not the captain and we're with this random guy who has no idea what he wants to do. So here's step number 1: don't pick captain if you don't really want to draft. You're not doing anybody any favors. But so we've got the Crystal Maiden. We're looking for a solid support there.
Crystal Maiden is a good support to pick first because not only is she good, but she doesn't kind of reveal your hand.
Yeah, we're not showing anything.
Yeah, we're not showing what our strategy might be, so it's hard to counterpick that.
And I think at this point, and they've got Earthshaker, so they've got a good stun there. They've got the invisibility with Clinkz. We're looking at just really based on what Go-Getter's trying to do. We're just really just trying to piece together some decent heroes that we feel comfortable playing. So it's not great in terms of coming up with a strategy here, but we're just looking at what can we do to hopefully survive this match because it's looking a little rough.
We and as a team, we really value Crystal Maiden as a support. She's got the single target lockdown. She's got the damage and the stun. She's got the nice AoE ultimate. She's got the mana aura. So she is just all around a great support, even with the 3 intelligence nerf to her starting intelligence.
Right.
And Luna's just a great hard carry, does lots of damage. You get mana style up on her.
Great
you start
ultimate
taking
as well.
down buildings. Yeah.
So I think that's really what our big strategy here is. Let's hopefully take down the towers fast. That's kind of our hope. We don't want this match to go on too long.
Right. Yeah, that's the big idea here.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, so we're kind of just focusing on a team fight strategy, I guess you could say.
Right.
Just a good, well-balanced team to just, as you said, get us through the match.
And I think Go-Getter has done nothing to show us who he's planning to play at this point. I don't think we really know what we're going to get out of him. I think he's thrown a couple different ideas out there. He's looking at a Timbersaw, and I think there was somebody else he was thinking
And I
about
do
as
remember telling him several times, all of us, heroes that we could play, and he was still asking us what to pick.
He seems confused. He seemed a little just startled by the, maybe, it is a big red button that pops up.
Yeah.
Maybe he pushed it not realizing. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Didn't realize that was what that meant. The become captain button makes you the captain.
Yeah. So we go ahead and pick up the Venomancer here, which is another good standard pick. Maybe synergizes somewhat well with Luna.
We're looking at taking the towers down fast. It's fitting into that strategy there.
Yeah, Venomancer's got those nice plague wards that give you vision, can attack structures really well. And then also has the poison attacks, which are also really great. He's just a good overall support as well. Saw a lot of play in 6.79. His Plague Ward's been at night had 1,400 vision.
That's insane.
It was just nerfed to like 700 or something like that.
Which makes more sense.
So Venomancer's great because you get free wards with it. And we have a Death Prophet ban. I'm not necessarily sure what was going on with the
He
Death
didn't consult
Prophet
us on the
ban.
bans at all. He was actually he demonstrated a large amount of confidence in picking those bans and very little in terms of wanting to ask us. So he may have just been random.
Yeah.
And just been, I'm just going to ban this hero because I don't like their face. I don't like their face.
I would have been thinking you want to build ban out either some supports or some offlaners.
Right.
Because we have the Spirit Breaker pick here for the other team, for the Dire. And
10 seconds to go.
Spirit Breaker is not fun to play against if you don't know what you're doing.
No, without a doubt.
Which we do not.
I think I wanted him to ban Drow at the last pick here, the last ban.
Time.
But I don't think he had any desire to do that.
I don't think they would have picked Drow, though.
No? Okay.
I don't think so, because they've already got Clinkz, which is kind of a similar hero.
That's true.
But I think Clinkz is kind of better than Drow, if you ask me.
I think so, too. I think that invisibility is really nice.
The damage potential might not necessarily be there, but...
Well, you can shut Drow down. If you get close to Drow, you can shut Drow down.
Yeah, but Clinkz has way more survivability.
So this is Gogeta is going to be on the Timbersaw here. So I'm not sure if he's ever played Timbersaw before.
Well, he was asking in the middle of the match if he wants us to play carry Timbersaw.
Right.
Which Timbersaw does not carry.
There were a couple confusing questions that we got asked. Yeah.
So that that's fine. And I remember
you're gonna get this. I mean, this happens.
This is what it's all about. So you just kind of play as good as you can with the hand that you're dealt. And they have a Rubick pick. Which, no surprise there, that's a really good pick because there's the CM ultimate, the Luna ultimate, Venomancer's ultimate would be pretty good, Chakram from Timbersaw, just really good pick from the Dire.
I think really if you're looking at the pictures of the icons of the players up top and then our icons, it looks like we're going to lose this game too. We've got a couple skull icons up top.
Yeah.
We've got a guy who looks like Perseverance looks like he works out in the gym.
He looks like he was on the cast of Jersey Shore.
He looks like he's a Jersey Shore guy.
Some sort of Nazi paraphernalia?
Right.
Is that right?
Right. So I think really we're in trouble just based on that because we have Muppets and cartoon characters.
Some sort of
There's a picture of me in an arcade and then, I don't know, pyramid or something. I'm not really sure.
Some sort of thing. Yeah.
We're not looking intimidating.
Yeah, we're not. That's the problem, Ben. We're not intimidating.
I think we need to go to the gym.
Which our new Dota 2 team we are calling Rizzo Rat Squad.
Which is a little bit more intimidating than Statler and Waldorf.
Right, because Statler and Waldorf will just heckle you to death.
Right, which actually is probably our strategy.
Correct.
So
we try to be pretty nice to the other team in game. I'm not nice to our own teammates.
No, you raged a lot during this game even.
Yeah.
There was a lot of complaining.
And I always try to promote being nice to each other and having a fun time and all of that stuff. But for whatever reason, sometimes this game just pushes my buttons.
It does. I sit there quietly and kind of laugh. I do this thing where I actually refuse to chat in the voice chat and only reply by text.
Right.
Because I feel like that leaves it open to interpretation. So if you want to be angry about it, you can. If you want to be excited, you can. You don't really know what you're getting. You go through these steps of rage, and then regrets from the rage, and apologies, and then love, and
then
acceptance. And then really, it usually comes back. It usually comes back around to this frustration and rage again.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
But it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about our mid pick here, Dragon Knight. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we've got Dragon Knight. We're hoping that he's going to turn into a dragon and offer some ranged. He's
kind of good at like pushing towers and stuff and brings some good damage, some good survivability.
Yeah, and they picked Bristleback, which he's not fun to play against.
He just lives forever.
He just lives forever. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
So really, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll have that.
Yeah, and that was weird laughter.
Let's
start.
Let's get into it here, Ben. You're driving the show here.
Yeah, I may have to switch over to Brian at some point if I do awful like I'm currently doing.
That's okay.
So we've got Dragon Knight's going to be our mid lane, and he's going to be going up against, I believe, the Clinkz.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We do have the nice standard courier over here. That's what you're looking for in a courier. And they have the one that they probably got from those gifts that were handed out.
The free gifts.
So here we can see that Spirit Breaker's really starting to warm up. He's going around in circles. He really knows what his job's going to be, which is to gank the heck out of us. So Bristleback also going in circles. And you can see our team just looks a little confused, standing still. Timbersaw's not really sure, looking around.
We've got the random fifth on the Timbersaw.
You know, Luna's like, are you coming with me or not?
I decided to pick up the Luna.
Right.
We've got Yadneb on
I'm confidently running
Maiden
around here. You can see I've got some wards I'm going to be putting up. That kind of thing. I don't know why you're pointing at Crystal.
You can click and hold on the portrait.
Oh, there we go.
No,
So
don't do that. Just click up, there you go. You can click and hold on it.
Oh, so I can follow.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
I don't really want to do that. But anyways, Clinkz is up here.
Great.
And we've got those two in that lane. So
Kyle and I laned against the Spirit Breaker in Earthshaker. It was not fun. You
go.
are all over the place with the camera here.
Yeah, I think I should hand you the mouse.
That's fine. Yeah, I can mouse. That's fine.
So I already got kicked off the mouse, which is good because you guys had to put up with that for a few minutes.
Careful.
Oh, and we're losing our
And you're
cords.
on my cord here.
So this is the probably the most professional of the castings we've done so far.
We're all about...
And you can see Perseverance already with the intimidating words. A little F-bomb coming out.
Yeah.
So we've got the Jimming, Tanning, and the F-bombs.
And he says idgaff.
Which...
I don't even know what that means.
And YOLO swags. Which also...
I'm surprised we didn't see like a hashtag.
Yeah,
hashtag
sure.
YOLO swags. Hashtags are so annoying.
Luna is smoking. So there's a lot of confusing things going on in chat. We're not really sure. We're just disoriented.
Leveling up the Searing Arrow there, getting some good harassment.
Yeah, their strategy was to disorient us at this point.
You always see like really early game harassment for no reason in the lane. It's almost like they're just like, hey, we're here, just so you know. Mm-hmm. I don't recommend it. It doesn't serve any purpose.
So you're against the... You know, do you think it prevents last hits? Anything along those lines?
No.
Okay.
I do not. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the...
So I'm doing the early harassment here in top lane.
Yeah. Which, that's good. Like, some right clicks, you know, when they come up to the creep line to hit him. But I meant, like, down here, they're just like, we're going to immediately dump all our spells. Because look at Earthshaker. He used Fisher, like...
Well, I agree. That was a waste. That's a huge mana.
Waste. He didn't get anything accomplished.
Huge mana cost with that and didn't really get anything done.
Right.
Go to top lane. Looks like we have some action up there.
Oh yeah.
Again, we've got some tower hits to
hits.
Rubick.
You don't want to be taking those tower hits. Going for the Gauntlet of Strength here, Ben.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I'm gonna build that into something, and I can't recall what.
Okay.
So we'll just see how that turns out.
Maybe like a.
There's a little bit of action down in bottom lane if we want to check out bottom lane again.
Yeah, let's check that out.
They are being pretty aggressive
Some
down
harassment.
there, getting pretty close. And then top lane, we've got some more action going on as well.
See,
Bristleback's
good,
almost
Ben.
Bristleback's
is
almost down.
dead.
He does escape, but you know we've chased him out of lane for a little while.
This is good. This opens you up to just basically free farm. You can get some good.
That's the hope. Let's get
farming.
our carry Timbersaw fed up here.
Right, and I have a magnificent one last hit here. I'm doing great.
But our Dragon Knight actually is leading right now in the last hit, the novice category.
Yeah, and he's actually taken a pretty good amount of harassment, and Clinkz is already going invisible.
Clinkz is in really good position right now to do something.
You want to? Yeah, he's getting out of there. He's taking some harassment. I think.
Is there a rune bottom here?
There's a ward top, so he should have known the rune was up.
And Spirit Breaker's already looking at him.
Spirit Breaker's charging into stun here. It looks like Dragon Knight might fall here. Taking some more damage from the Searing Arrow, and he is just running for his life with a Spirit Breaker and a Clinkz chasing him. Clinkz doesn't really have enough mana left to do much of anything. Could get a couple more Searing Arrows off, but...
So really, the mistake they made there was Spirit Breaker started going after the Courier for some reason. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not notice that.
He got distracted by the Courier instead of taking out Dragon Knight here. I'm not sure if Dragon Knight's going to still get away or not.
Spirit Breaker's trying to cut him off, I think. Going in for another charge.
I think he's probably
going to
go down
But he's going to charge him right in front of the tower. I'm not sure if that's wise. That thing's not doing too much damage at level 1. Looks like Spirit Breaker's going to get caught out here. It might go down because of his greed.
And there goes Spirit Breaker.
There he goes.
Wow, and then I came
That
in
was
behind
great.
here. We've got Crystal Maiden with the freeze.
So it looks like we're going to have a 2-for-0 here just
Wow.
for simply being way too greedy.
And again with the little naughty language there from Perseverance, the Gemmer, and the Tanner.
Now, Ben, I don't want to be painting broad terms here. But if you were to say Clinkz played one particular kind of game outside of Dota 2, what would it be?
Why Clinkz? Because he's Perseverance? Is that what we have going on?
No, he seems like a Call of Duty gamer.
Where did you get that from?
Well, he's like, he's being all like yellow swag, headshot,
Okay.
I don't know, he just seems to be of that mentality.
I feel like you're
just like hyper aggression.
I feel like you're stereotyping.
I am a little bit, but actually I shaved today. I was gonna say, I'm a bit of a neckbeard. I'm very nerdy. I'm into things like Magic the Gathering and Dota 2.
Well, we can say he's a Call of Duty player. That's fine. If that makes you feel
Nothing
better.
against Call of Duty players, but
You kind of alluded to there being
yeah,
something wrong with it.
I mean, there's a certain demographic behind it, and that's fine.
Well, so we seem like maybe there's not a lot of action going on. What's our? We had a little extra spice we were going to bring to the evening.
Yeah, so as some of you guys know, the early game can be a little boring sometimes. So we're going to start doing weird food during our podcast and match commentaries. So today, Ben, if you want to start cracking those open, we have got limited edition cookie dough Oreos.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here breaking those open.
I like the lid here, the lift lid on the Oreos. That was a great invention.
Brilliant, yeah. Man, Dragon Knight just getting work done on him by that searing arrow. It's a good thing he's got the magic stick there for some lane stability, some tangos. So basically, anytime Clinkz uses that skeleton walk, he's gonna be able to heal up a little bit, which is nice.
That's great.
All right,
Now,
let's
back to the
get into the
Oreos
Oreos here. Yeah,
So
let's get to what's
we've
important.
got these are limited edition,
Okay.
made with chocolatey chips, and they have flavor cream as well.
Ugh.
So whatever flavor cream is. So
Okay.
go ahead and jump in here.
Let's
as
get
we're
in here.
waiting for something to happen.
All right, I'm gonna take a whiff here first.
Oh, we've got
A little
Rubick.
engagement on Rubick here. The lift going down. Okay, looks like we're just gonna back up and resign to not fight. Okay, I'm gonna give it a smell here.
They smell like Oreos.
They smell like Oreos, but they remind me of ice cream.
Did you get the hints of cookie dough out of the Oreos? I'm getting a little
No.
bit of that.
It smells like a standard Oreo.
I get a hint of cookie dough.
It smells like cookie dough ice cream to me. The color, it's like brown cream filling. It's a little shocking.
We've got a rune getting taken up top here. What's going on up? We got Timbersaw.
Clinkz is just kind of walking around here. He's probably going to try and get a kill on the Timbersaw here, but he should not engage because there's two heroes here, and he'll just get blown up, which is good. He's backing off. No problem. All right, let's take a bite here, Ben. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm being honest... Okay, there's the cookie dough flavor a little bit.
Doesn't it taste mostly just like an Oreo?
It does. It really does. It tastes mostly like a standard Oreo. Maybe I feel like I get more like a caramel flavor out of it.
A little bit of caramel.
More than anything.
I'd
which
be honest.
is strange
If I
because
was
there's no caramel
if
in
I was
cookies.
blindfolded, I would
Yeah.
think it was maybe an off-brand Oreo.
Oh,
Would be my
yeah.
guess. I wouldn't think it was
Yeah.
anything different. Maybe even just a normal Oreo because it's not
Yeah.
bad. It doesn't have like an off-brand texture thing or anything like
Right.
that.
So, it's only kind of okay. There's really not much going on with it.
I think if you like Oreos, you could eat these and you'd be happy.
Yeah.
Let's check out top lane again. There's a lot of wards going on up there.
Yeah, what's the deal here, Ben? Why are there...
I think that one just expired, so you could
Okay.
say that I was being proactive there.
But you have the portal orbs, don't you? Or
Yeah.
portal wards.
So it was actually somebody else that placed that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so we got the wards here. And really we want to be getting... Okay, we've got the bottom ward here for the bottom rune spot. So you're doing your job, Ben, keeping the wards up.
So right now we're looking pretty good. We know what's the farm look like. We've actually got Luna up top with the last hits at the moment, followed by Dragon Knight, and then Bristleback, and then we actually have Venomancer there in 4th place. So
Which
really, in terms of the last hits, we're up there right now.
I remember playing and being really scared to farm. Just because I was worried about Clinkz. I didn't know where Clinkz was. And Earthshaker was being real aggressive with his Fisher. So I was worried about getting fissured and then just like kind of burst down.
Were you already raging at this point, or do you think it took a while? You kept asking.
No.
I think you kept asking, "Where is Spirit Breaker?" Even though Spirit Breaker was there, there's this paranoia.
No, here's the deal. Chris was asking where Spirit Breaker was and was being pissed at me because I wasn't calling Spirit Breaker missing. which is fine. That happens. But you can also, just watch the mini map, which I totally get it. If I have vision on him there, I should be calling him missing. That's fine. But it goes both ways. Okay, so Clinkz is doing a rotation to the bottom lane here. Probably going to try and get a kill. And I remember thinking, okay, Spirit Breaker and Earthshaker are gone, so...
I'm just going to wander up there, huh?
Just going to wander up there, yeah. And I remember, I tried to farm this camp at one point, but I'm not sure what's going on here.
So I came down. I think we're under the impression there's some sort of a gank getting ready to happen.
Yeah, we knew Clinkz was missing, so we just decided to play real passively. And you were killer with your rotations here, by the way. You were doing great with all of those.
Now something's happening.
Venomous Gale going to go down. Not really sure why that was used. Not really doing much of anything. Earthshaker being real aggressive here with low HP. Looks like we're going to have a bit of an engagement here. The Lucent Beam going down. Not really doing too much there. Can't really dive that tower too much.
So your ring, let's talk a little bit about your ring, because you have that toggled off. What's the thought behind that?
Yeah, you toggle it off because if you keep it on, your creeps in lane get the aura.
Spirit Breaker. He's
mana,
he's on the move, going mid.
Okay, here we go. Looks like he's going to charge on the Dragon Knight. And just back off.
That was well used by Spirit Breaker.
Yes. There. So yeah, you want to make sure you're toggling this off because your lane will push.
Because really, as in the safe lane, your hope is just to do the carrying, the farming.
Yeah, you just want to really farm up. And Timbersaw in the top lane here, really just trying to soak up some XP. Well, that's the idea. I'm not sure if that's the plan that he was following, but that's what you want to be doing. Spearbreaker has a DD rune and is going to go ahead and charge in on Timbersaw.
I think this is bad news for Timbersaw.
Oh, man. It's a 3-on-1 here. He's definitely going to go down here.
Oh,
Timber chains
escape.
away.
Good escape. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. He went back. Why did he go back?
He could have timber chained away, too.
Right.
I'm not sure why he didn't timber chain away.
Ill-advised return there. He was going for the kill. He really should have been just running.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you can, figure out that you're definitely getting ganked, you want to be moving. Clinkz is rotating to the bottom lane again. Probably going to try and get another...
This could be bad news for you. No,
Earthshaker getting the Fisher there. Clinkz maybe could have engaged, but probably wasn't too safe. Because Clinkz really isn't in a position where he's really, strong. He's only got 700 hit points.
We have some action there in mid again. Oh, Spirit Breaker almost down.
Dragon Knight's going to go in on the Spirit Breaker here.
Going to tower dive. Changes his mind. Thought otherwise.
I think that's wise, Ben. What do you think?
I think so. I think that was probably a good decision. We see
We got the team rotating in here. Crystal Maiden and Dragon Knight in the mid lane here. Might want to be backing up. A bit of a...
Rubick is low health at the moment.
Yeah. Viscous Nasal Goo going down on the Dragon Knight to try and slow him down a bit. It looks like they might try and get a kill, but nope. They just decided to back off, which I think is wise. That wasn't a ideal engagement for them. Rubick walking away with 150 hit points. He needs to heal up. Earthshaker's going to go back to the bottom lane here. So, Ben, if you were to rate the the cookie dough Oreos, what particular rating would you give them?
What kind of scale are we operating on?
Well, let's go on a recommend, do not recommend scale.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say don't recommend. I think that if you're wanting Oreos, just go with the classic Oreos. I don't think they added anything to it.
Correct.
It really didn't add any. It wasn't distinctive enough.
Yeah.
So I guess if they're out of regular Oreos and you're wanting that, really wanting that Oreo fulfillment, you could get
go with
regular
that.
Oreos and you could get these to replace the regular Oreos, but I wouldn't get them instead of.
Right. So it's worth noting here that since Clinkz is an invisibility-based hero, you want to be buying Sentry Awards when you're in lane, or Dust of Appearance when you are doing team fights, just to make sure that you have vision on Clinkz, because that's his real weakness.
Really early game here, we did an okay job with warding. We've got wards up most of the game, so that's been
I really think we had a decent early game.
Yeah, and it looks like we had superior warding to the other team. They just put a ward up there. It's going to be blocking that camp.
Yep. So that'll keep this camp from spawning, and also they'll have vision in the location.
Now back to the Oreos. I would say that if these were to show up in the clearance aisle, that's a buy. If they're half the price of a normal Oreo, I think because of the similarity to a regular Oreo, that's really something you want to do. So you're in trouble here a little bit, just if they decide to engage on you.
So they definitely have vision.
On We do see Earthshaker coming around.
Earthshaker
Probably going to
coming
take
out,
advantage
probably
of this.
Gonna get a nice.
And he's going to go in. You've got
Yeah,
Spirit
I'm
Breaker on you
definitely
as
dead
well.
here. Fisher, really, they kind of stack their stuns there instead of spreading them out.
Right. Still managed to take you out.
Yeah,
There was really
no problem.
no opportunity there for you to escape.
But you generally want to be trying to chain your stuns, one after the other, instead of using them at the same time because you waste your stun time.
That's exactly. You don't want to stack the
Right.
stuns. Essentially, would be the opposite of training.
Clinkz rotating to the bottom here. Probably was trying to get a kill on the Venomancer here, but, I told him to just hug the tower.
Looks like Crystal Maiden may be overextended up top a little bit.
Yep, a little far north of the river here, but looks like you're going to be okay, Ben. It's worth noting here that you do have the genuine Frost Owl's beacon, which where did that come from? Ben?
That's part of the whole plushie scam.
Yeah.
So I think you and I actually made a trade. You had
Yeah.
one item, I had a different one. We traded because of desire for the different items, and yeah, it's a nice looking item. I really like that staff.
Yeah, that's like a $15 item too. And Clinkz and Spirit Breaker here farming up the mid lane. Dragon Knight doing some harassment to keep him at bay. Luna returning to the bottom lane, trying to farm up some more. Earthshaker just getting out of there.
A little bit of action up top. We've got some people in interesting positions at the moment.
Looks like the
It's like I'm-
chakram was stolen.
Yeah, I'm really caught out here. This could be bad.
Yeah, it looks like they could get a good lift on you, and yeah, it looks like you're probably gonna go down here, trying to use the CM ultimate.
And I think
there.
really all I did was feed Rubick that ability. If he ended up stealing
He
it,
did
he
not
take that?
steal it.
Did not.
He's
Okay.
got the he stole whirling death. That's not a good ability.
No,
to
you
steal.
don't want to steal that.
And Go Getta, definitely caught out here. Looks like he's probably gonna go down.
Oh.
Yeah, using that Spirit Breaker ult to just blink and do damage, and he
And
will
he's gonna
fall.
go down.
He
No
did try to
escape.
Timber Chain away though. You got to hand it to him that he at least tried that. So really, with the well, we did have 2 heroes down, but now they've respawned. But generally, when you have heroes down, you want to play a little bit more passively.
That's exactly right. And really, that was just a matter of me being caught way out of position. So
Yeah.
it put us at a disadvantage there.
Yeah.
Still doing well on the farm. We're obviously killing them on the last hits at the moment. Goal difference looking
Kind
like
of
that.
swinging back in their
It
direction,
is.
but
It is. Those
we
kills
still
are going
have
to make that happen.
We still have the advantage. XP chart though definitely diving towards the dire side, and it's because they have 4 kills up on us. I definitely think Venomancer needs to be buying some stuff here.
Tower could use a little help.
Yeah, he's still relatively new. We do have to remind him to spend his gold.
Yep.
Out the Radiant's courier.
There's some action up top again, if you want to head up top.
Yep. Here we
Oh,
go.
looks like we've almost got Bristleback down. Timber being pretty aggressive here.
Yep. Probably gonna want to get out of there, which he does. Don't want to be taking any more tower hits than you have to at this level. And looks like they are gonna go ahead and back off. Looks like we have a nice Fisher here in a Eclipse that didn't really do too much, and gonna lose Venomancer in the process, but I would rather lose a support than a hard
Looks
carry.
like there's a prep for some sort of a push up top here.
Okay. It's really been in these low-level games. What's the general strategy here?
So I'll tell you, going in on my own, what really I'm looking to do is to try to die as little as possible. Because it tends
Yeah.
to be, the team that gets those early kills can really snowball pretty easily in these type of games.
I laugh, but that's very true.
Spirit Breaker has marked Crystal Maiden.
Radiant's mid tower's coming
Oh,
apart.
that's Roshan. There we go.
Dire's lost.
We will
Looks
take
like
that
we
tower.
did get that top tower. And Timbersaw looks like he was diving in there. Spirit Breaker going to come in here. Going to get a stun on the Crystal Maiden.
Tower's getting
Dragon Knight going into Dragon form. Looks like Crystal Maiden might go down here. Oh, the ultimate coming out from Crystal Maiden. Really doing some work. And a Chakram going to take down Spirit Breaker. And looks like Rubick probably will get away.
They do have some backup coming in here,
Yep.
though.
And we wisely decide to back up here.
technical difficulty.
Or not. We're engaging here. Looks like Dragon Knight's got some blood
This is
on
really
his
that we
mind.
should be running. We
Should be
definitely
running, definitely. And
I ran
Crystal
right
Maiden
back
gonna
into that
jump
mess.
in here. Gonna try and take down the Rubick. You almost do. Dragon Knight diving back in here, going for the
Clinkz
Breathe
is coming
Fire.
in, though.
Clinkz is
This is where
Clinkz
wards
is-
or dust would be really useful, because we
Yeah.
know that they're wanting to fight there.
yeah. Clinkz is just chasing us the whole way, and he is so low on health. He should be backing up, because if he engages here, he's gonna die.
But he's also
Crystal
gonna take me
Maiden.
out.
Oh, you barely
And-
barely died there. You almost
Yeah.
had it. But we do get Clinkz. I would rather trade a hard carry
It was a good
Clinkz
trade. It was a good trade
Crystal
for
Maiden.
us on that.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the gold graph. Gold graph definitely favoring us.
There's a big swing there after that fight.
Yeah. So the XP graph is almost back to favoring us. So these, I know we try and broadcast these games like we're professionals or something like that. But really, I feel like what we want to do with these matches is just kind of let it be known that low level play is okay. You know, just get out there, have fun, play some games, and you know, there's nothing better than talking about ourselves.
Well, and I think it's a benefit to us too. I think we're going to get better the more we pick
Yeah.
out what we did wrong. So
Yeah,
we can
absolutely.
really find those things.
You definitely want to be watching your replays, you know, if you can. And if not, that's fine too. You know, just go out and have a good time. Or even just watch our videos and just laugh at how terrible we are.
And that's fine. I think you can learn different things watching bad players than you can watching the pros.
Right, yeah. And you said earlier in the podcast, Ben, which if you're a viewer who does not listen to our podcast, you can check us out at welikedota.com. You were talking about not wasting time. What did you mean by that?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of downtime that can happen. I think, you know, a lot of new players, what they'll do is they'll just essentially stand by a tower
Yeah.
and looking for things to do. You should always be trying to get gold.
Right.
Always be trying to somehow put your team in a better position, whether it be putting wards up,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Oh,
If
Big
you have
Fisher
any-
catching out 3 heroes there. Looks like Clinkz
Top tower.
might want to get in here, but no, he's just going to back off. It'd be a 4-on-1 situation, 5-on-1 situation. Crystal Maiden going back to the top lane to defend against the Bristleback. Clinkz skeleton walking in.
We really needed some wards up. We needed to be able to spot
Needs some wards
Clinkz.
here. Yeah, which I feel like I should have told that to Kyle, the support that was in my lane with me. But, you know, I didn't. I kind of just forgot about it. So we knew Clinkz was here at this point. Lift going down there, and a big venomous poison nova
Ooh.
catching everyone out there. Luna just gets blown up. The Chakram gonna take down Clinkz there, and that was a 2-for-1 exchange, which isn't necessarily ideal.
Spirit Breaker coming up top.
Looks like he's gonna back up.
Not sure why. He definitely
Viscous
had,
nasal goo going down on Crystal Maiden.
Go-Getter does not like Clinkz. We're not sure
No.
why.
No. I at least, you know, I feel like sometimes I treat our opponents better than I do teammates. I try to just be, you know, just wish them luck, and that's about it. I generally don't really talk to the other team all that often.
I'm relatively silent as a video gamer. I just like
Which
to
is
think-
probably good.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah. And let's see, where did Venomancer go? He did buy the mechanism, which as a support, you generally want to have one mechanism per team. No more than one, because there's auras that do not stack. Looks like they are going to charge in on Crystal Maiden here, diving in front of the tower. They're just getting a little impatient, and
It's too late in the game. The tower hits just aren't doing enough damage to really provide that protection. So
Right.
it should have been a little bit more defensive at this
Yep.
point in time.
so they do get the kill on the Crystal Maiden. And we do have Timbersaw teleporting up to the top tower here. A little late, though. Dragon Knight looks like he's going to be working on the BKB, which is a good item to have in the mid game so you don't get blown up by you know, stuns and targeted spells. It provides magic immunity. Helm of the Dominator to just give a little bit more lane support. Looks like Clinkz did deny a tower in the top lane, which generally if you're going to be taking out towers, you want to make sure you leave them. If you're going to be backing up after hitting a tower, you want to make sure you're not leaving them with, what is it, 150 health, Ben?
That's right.
Yeah. So we did get the tower kill in the top lane there. They are missing their... Or no, what was that? That was the mid lane tower, excuse me. We did get the kill on the mid lane tower. So
Trying to push our advantage here at bottom, seeing if we can get some more
Right.
going here.
the tower kills are real important because they give everyone on your team, I think it's 250 gold. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
And we do have the sentry
I'm
ward
assuming
here,
at
so
least.
we know that Clinkz is right behind us if we
This
saw
is-
it on the minimap.
Yeah, if we saw it on the
which we
minimap.
do know he's there. And he is going to go out of sentry range here. And we definitely want to go and chase this out. And Ben, you did use the Dust of Appearance there.
Didn't have much success with
Yeah.
that. Nope, there we go.
Mini stun from the Lucent Beam. The Eclipse not going to do anything. Use that definitely way out of range.
We did freeze him.
The
Looks like we're going to
Frostbite.
get him.
Oh, he skeleton walks away.
Wow.
Oh, that movement speed. Gosh. Yeah, that freaking Clinkz. He's got 34 health.
Yeah, we really blew it there. There's no other way to put it. We just needed one more right click and he was gone.
Well, I don't think we necessarily blew it. We just tried to get him as best of our ability, and that didn't happen.
Our ability wasn't there.
Right. And I blew an ultimate in the process, so that's always good. Looks like Spirit Breaker's going to be building the Assault Cuirass here, which will give him some tankiness, debuff armor in a aura around him. Looks like Dragonite and Timbersaw are going to try and do a little pokey poke action here. So this is a classic example of not wanting to waste any time. Looks like Spirit Breaker was able to pick off Venomancer. Wait, where was he? No. He's probably a little bit too far forward in the lane and just got blown up. So that's a good reminder that you know, we're 24 minutes into the game here. You want to make sure.
Check up top. We have some action up top there. We've got Clinkz roaming around. We've got Rubick.
Lift going down on the Timbersaw to initiate. Breathe Fire going down on the Rubick there. Timber Chain really doing quite a bit of work with the Whirling Death.
Great job there from Timbersaw.
Yep.
Now we do have Spirit Breaker coming in
Spirit Breaker's
on
going
Timber.
to charge in here.
Way out of position. Not going to be able to do anything there.
Yeah, he should have backed up after that kill. So yeah, Ben, we were kind of talking earlier. At this point in the game, you really need to be careful about being alone.
And I think this is really where it got out of control. We were all wandering alone. We were all getting picked off one by one, and all of a sudden they've climbed up, have a six kill lead over us.
Yeah. Net worth chart. Dragonite's on the top.
Still in good shape there.
Yeah. So we're trying to do a bit of a mid lane push here.
If you look at the levels, I think we've fallen behind a little bit on the levels at this point.
Guess what's happening to Dire?
Yeah, Dragonite's on the top, but
the rest of us are kind of
Yeah.
starting to crawl behind a little bit.
yeah, I am falling a little bit far behind with the levels, and I think that's just due to a lack of not being
Clinkz
involved
coming in
too
behind
many
us
kills.
here. He's gonna.
Crystal Maiden gonna blow him up. Looks like I did snipe it with
Did
the
Rubick steal
Lucent
that?
Beam. Rubick is gonna go down there. Oh, he survived.
escapes.
One last right click would have done it. Lucent Beam going down on the Spirit Breaker. The Blink just doing work, taking out Crystal Maiden.
Great stun there by Earthshaker as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, looks like they're just gonna go ahead and back off, which is mostly wise, I think.
Again, that engagement probably went in our favor overall.
What's that ultimate called? Nether Strike. That's right. That's really good for like closing the gap and just really getting that last hit in there. Or you can engage with it. You can start initiations with it. It's really pretty versatile. Stun catching out Dragonite here. Earthshaker getting a little.
Yeah, he's
out
just
of
trying
lane there.
to poke at us a little bit to try
Right.
to slow us down. But we're probably going to take this tower here.
Earthshaker does get the Assault Cuirass, which is really a pretty good item.
And the tower's down.
Oh, catching out 3 with a Fissure there.
This is
Not really doing much of anything. though.
Probably when we want to back. This isn't really when we don't want to hang
Right.
around at this point. We've taken the tower. There's not much else we can do at this point.
Right.
So really
Clinkz,
hanging
Clinkz
around.
just waiting for a good stun to really start engaging. Rubick did steal the Chakram. Yeah, we definitely want to be backing up
This
here.
is gonna
Getting a
cost
little
us.
aggressive.
Dragon
They got
Knights.
a good engagement on it. Dragonite's going to fall down real quick here. Venomancer's going to get blown up. Searing Arrow just doing work on
Timbersaw
Timbersaw.
also going down.
Yep, I bet Venomancer's going to get
Yeah, and he's
Nether
gone.
Strike. So that was a 3-for-1 engagement. We got a little aggressive there.
Really should have gone back. Should have counted.
Yeah.
Started to operate elsewhere at that point in time.
I feel like maybe part of that was, did we have vision on the heroes? Did we know where the other team was at the point?
We didn't, and that's why we had no business being there.
Right.
I think we didn't have any vision at that point.
Yeah. A little risky for me to be up here. I think at this point I probably should have backed up and started jungling a bit.
Yeah, you were feeling
just
a
to
little,
be a bit safer.
desperate for farm at this point.
Yeah.
But with a Spirit Breaker, you can't be extended that far out.
Radiant's
That's just
top
not going to be
tower's
good.
in bad
Yeah.
shape.
This is me standing around doing nothing, which isn't necessarily what you want to do.
Yeah.
But again, we've got a lot of risk out there too. We don't
Right.
want to continue to give them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just standing around, with 3 of your heroes dead and 5 on the other team up, definitely pull back. Make sure you're not out of position. Don't feed any more than what you need to. BKB pretty close for Luna. Gonna be about another 1,000 gold away from that. Mech down for Venomancer, which we talked about earlier. Ben, you're doing a real good job buying support items. Oh, Fisher catching out 3 heroes there. He's just killing it with those Fishers, but not really. They're not really being all that effective.
That's exactly.
They're not really doing much of anything. I feel like he's just doing Fishers just to do it.
He's landing them, and they're causing us some problems. This is looking like it's probably going to mount up to a team fight here.
Yeah. So really, Dragon Knight has... No, he doesn't have a BKB. I feel like we maybe should have pulled back a little bit and waited until we could get BKBs
I agree.
up.
We're kind of trying to press the issue here, and we should be kind of trying to catch up a little bit more.
Yeah. Looks like we're just going to go ahead and back up and...
I think we're going to try to push top.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
Dire side just farming up. Clinkz, Clinkz doing recon, I guess.
Radiant structures must have been fortified.
Well, we haven't given Clinkz a reason to be afraid of us. We really haven't. We haven't had the wards up.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to make him pay for this type of thing.
Right.
They are starting to collapse here on top.
Yep.
Earthshaker with
Big
another,
Fisher catching
another
out
Fisher.
4 of us. Lift going down on Luna. Luna's just going to get blown up. Eclipse really not doing much of anything here. Crystal Maiden ult being used. Going to take out the Earthshaker. Timbersaw getting the kill there. Right click's going down on Clinkz. Clink's going to get blown up with the Breathe Fire. Spirit Breaker
coming in here.
charging in. Doing the Nether Strike, killing Timbersaw. Stealing the...
And we're
Breathe
2
Fire.
versus 3 right now. We need to get out of here.
Need to get out of here. Yep, Viscous Nasal Goo going to keep Dragon Knight behind to just get some kills
Looks like
on
Dragon
him.
Knight's going down.
Dragon
He's
Knight's
also
gonna go
chasing
down.
Crystal Maiden. Trying to escape here at the moment.
See, there's that armor debuff.
Should have used the wand. Didn't use the wand. May not have made a difference at all at that point.
Yeah. It's pretty hard when you're, 5-on-1 at that point, though, to really...
Now, I believe, is
really
this
get out of
the
there.
point where Timbersaw grabbed that smoke and said, I've got a new idea? You guys have never seen
It was
this?
something like that,
Yeah.
yeah. In low-level play, like where we are, the smoke ganks... Smoke of Deceit doesn't really... We don't really use it well, I guess I should say. Oh, Clinkz, whoa. Being really,
He's had some salty language
some salty language,
throughout the entire match here.
Tower could use a hand.
So, Ben, we're obviously behind big time in XP. We're actually way ahead in gold,
Which is bizarre. That's a real
which is
interesting.
real weird, yeah. So, what do you try and do in this situation to win?
I think we needed some key items. I think we needed to probably get our BKBs up. I think we needed to probably really start to play together instead of playing out of position so much.
Yeah.
One of the things we needed to look out for is with that Fisher kept getting us. We needed to spread out a little bit more. We kept
Yeah.
clumping together into one big clump and getting hit with that. We're not playing well.
Yeah. Yeah, we lost a couple key team fights and really just kind of getting caught out of position with those team fights. It's really kind of the initiations that are killing us, I think.
It is, and we needed to get those wards up so we can stop Clinkz as well.
Yeah. So the Dire did take out a tier 1 tower and a mid tower. Little engagement going down here. We knew Clinkz was here, but we didn't really have anything to do about it.
Radiant's
Dust of
top
Appearance
tower's
not
in
being
bad
used.
shape.
Should have been used there. Not sure why it wasn't.
I think we told Kyle to buy Dust, but we didn't tell him how to use it. I think
Yeah.
that might have been part of the problem.
Yeah. That can be a little obscure if you don't know what you're doing. Collapsing on the bottom lane here. Five-man group up here. Clinkz just kind of hanging out, trying to catch us from behind. And we do have Earthshaker and Bristleback down in the lane here. And Bristleback getting a little aggressive here. He might pay for it, but no. Big Fisher catching out another 3
And
heroes.
Bristle excels on running away, so
Yeah.
really, that's where he wants to be. Way
Crystal
bad.
Maiden using
Horrible
the ult
ult.
here, yeah.
Horrible ult. Really got nothing out of that.
Yeah, well, you tried, Ben. That's all that matters, right? Breathe Fire doing a little poking action here. Fisher catching out 3 heroes again.
Veno's gonna go
Spirit
down.
Breaker initiating here.
Luna's down.
Luna is still
Should be
alive.
down. Wow, holding in there.
Crystal Maiden and Luna are both down, and Venomancer now down. Rubick goes down. Rubick getting 2 kills there. And it looks like Dragonite is going to go down.
Going from 2 down.
So really, that's a wipe.
That's a full team wipe. That's pretty much where we were like, I don't know, guys.
You got the gay slur coming out from Perseverance. You don't want to see that.
No, little not nice. 14,000 in the experience chart in Dyer's favor. Gold chart starting to swing back in their direction.
Radiant's bottom.
Still haven't got that BKB yet. And no, really, Dragonite's the only one with the BKB. Really, the only key item that we really have is that BKB on Dragonite. Compared to an Assault Cuirass on the Spirit Breaker. Clinkz has a Chrysalis, which
Tower ain't a pretty
is,
sight right
I wouldn't necessarily call key, but it's a good item. Bristleback
Yeah.
going for the Hood of Defiance to give him some magic resistance. Which,
They're getting pretty tanky overall on their
Yeah.
side there. They're going to be hard to take down.
so really, they're really out leveling us. Not necessarily out farming us. We're doing pretty good on farm. We're leading the farming game, but when you're just giving up kills like this, it doesn't matter how much you're out farming them. If you're giving up kills, it's gonna lose you the game.
So I'm
Daedalus
going to
is
eat
close
another
on
Oreo
Clinkz.
because it's a little dead right now.
Do it, bro. Clinkz is real close to having that Daedalus. It is in the stash. I don't know why he doesn't have the courier coming out to give that to him, but once he gets that, that's really going to give him quite a bit of damage. Dragonite in the jungle trying to farm up a little bit more in a somewhat safer way. We've got 3 heroes kind of poking up in the top lane here, getting kind of pretty aggressive here, pretty aggressive positioning, and really in no position to start a fight here without 2 other heroes.
Way out of position.
Lift going down on Luna. Luna trying to do the
Luna's
Eclipse there.
really not doing enough
Yeah.
damage anymore.
Basically feeding 3 kills there. Really in no position to start a fight. So that was definitely not a good idea on our
So I
part.
think, before that engagement there, I think we still had a
Timbersaw needs to be
chance.
getting the heck out
Yeah,
of here. He has
he's in
3
bad
heroes
shape.
down. You need to be getting back to your base, to be a little bit more
Him and Dragonite
safe.
both out of position.
Yeah. Looks like they might be able to get a courier kill here too, if we're not careful. Oh yeah, courier going down for 3 minutes. Rubick using
Rubick
that
has
stolen
stolen it.
Eclipse. And
BKB
I'm actually
up on Dragonite. Probably not going to be enough.
Timbersaw does go down. Dragonite does go down. They both should have just gotten the heck out of there.
better days.
So that was essentially 5 hero kills in a like a 2-minute period there, Ben.
Yeah, really, we've thrown in the towel in a way, not intentionally, but this
Yeah.
is really putting the nail in the coffin for us.
Yeah, not really. I feel like it's our positioning and our movements that have really just kind of killed us.
We had a decent early game. We had a little bit rougher of a mid game, and then as we approached the late game, we've just been out of position, getting into fights we shouldn't get into.
It's
And-
this kind of stuff right here.
Right,
With,
this isn't what we want.
Which I don't think Kyle knows any better, which is fine, and this is how you learn. You learn by getting blown
That's
up.
exactly right. That's exactly right. And
And,
he's trying to do the best thing possible.
Yep.
He's trying to defend.
Yep.
I'm trying to get out of dodge, but may not have enough time.
Yeah. So that's another tower down for our Valiant Radiant
top
team.
Tower's in bad shape.
We go ahead and lose our tier 2 bottom tower.
So really what we should be trying to do at this point in time is we need to win a team fight. The respawn timers
Yeah.
are getting long. We need to be grouping up. We need to be avoiding the Fisher, and we need to get these team fights and really win one of those strong.
Yeah, and really the having a BKB up on Luna and on Dragonite would really help with those Fisher initiations.
That's right.
Or even a Lincoln Sphere. Would that go through? No, I think that would go through Lincoln
not sure.
Sphere. I think that's let's see here. Where's Lincoln Sphere? Most targeted spells. Yeah, I don't think Lincoln Sphere would help there. I think a BKB.
I think the BKB is the better option just because they have a couple different stun options there with
Yeah.
them.
Lincoln Sphere is. I think it would be a decent item on Luna or even on Dragonite. You get some nice HP regen from it. You get some nice attributes and some nice mana regen.
I agree. It's not an item that we use very often, but maybe something we could add into our repertoire a little bit more.
Yeah. I think BKB is a little nicer because it's easier to get earlier.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to jump into. Gives you that sustainability.
Yeah.
Great on Luna, I think, in particular, who can go in there and use her ults and really start to do some damage for a while.
So we did this cute little smoke gank here.
This was Timbersaw's big plan.
Yeah, Timbersaw immediately went
decloaked
right
himself.
towards where the heroes were, and when
he
you go
decloaked himself, yeah.
when you go right by the heroes, it decloaks you. So we've got the Dire working on Roshan here, and we're like, oh my gosh, we can totally catch him out of position when they do Roshan. Crystal Maiden doing the YOLO walk in here, doing the CM ult, and
Got fissured out of it.
Clip's dropping down here, doing some work. But Clinkz really just getting the kill on
Rubick stealing
on
the
Crystal
CM
Maiden.
ult and just
Bristleback
killing.
getting a triple kill, big triple kill, and that's a
wipe.
4 kills for Bristleback. So that was a cute little initiation.
And I'm gonna say
there.
Sacred Skull has a reason to laugh at that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I was just gonna say Spearbreaker's got the Aghanim Scepter, which causes his greater bash, which is a passive. To hit an area around the initial target, causing decreases cooldown and increases cast range. So basically, it turns that into an AoE, which is really great.
That's great for him. Great for him, bad for us.
Absolutely. Bloodstone for Earthshaker here. Basically, long story short, it's a great survivability item, and really keeps you. It reduces your death timer.
Clinkz with the continual smack talk throughout the game, and just
Yeah.
I think it's an art form. I don't think he's really got it. He tends to just be, talking a lot and cursing a lot, but there's nothing creative there. It's just empty taunts at this point because we don't think we're good, so he's not really hurting our feelings.
He was hurting my feelings.
Was he? Okay, this might have fed into your frustration.
I talk about how I just have fun and promote just a casual environment, but really that kind of stuff pisses me off big time. There's no reason to bring his negativity here.
No, I agree.
Diving into another Oreo here, Ben.
Yeah, how are they growing on you? What are you feeling?
They're growing on me in the way that standard Oreos do.
So it looks like Dragonette's probably going to be in bad spot here with Spirit Breaker coming in there.
Yeah, getting really that good charge on him.
He might get out of this. BKB
Popping
popped.
the BKB. But really, you don't want to be popping that because really we didn't get a good initiation. We weren't the one
Clinkz is
calling
coming
the
in behind
shots.
as well.
Yeah.
This is going to be unpretty for us.
Yeah. Really, we should have just backed up because we didn't
Actually,
have a
there
good
goes Rubick.
initiation.
Rubick's down.
Hey, we got a kill. Clink's backing off.
Tower ain't a pretty sight right
But
now.
what I was trying to say there is, and it's kind of different, seeing the replay and seeing where their positioning is and everything. And you don't want to be necessarily chasing out 2 heroes like that when you don't really get a good initiation on them. And it looks like we're trying to take down the tier 3 here. Fisher catching out 4 of them. Spearbreaker charging in there with that AoE stun.
Stuns for
Oh
days.
my goodness, the Earthshaker ultimate getting the quad kill there. Wow.
And you even complimented on that.
I was
that
impressed. That was pretty impressive. That
was
Echo
pretty nice.
Slam there. Whew.
Yeah.
Wow. Just doing work there, and I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed. But anyway, the Oreos really just, they are not, I wouldn't say, they're not growing on me. I don't hate them. But I kind of wish I just had regular Oreos.
Yeah, it's just not doing anything for me.
It just
Nothing
tastes
special.
It tastes like a slightly caramely Oreo, which is weird.
Maybe an Oreo that's been sitting out for too many days or something like that. It's just not. It's not bad. It's
Right.
just not. It's not special. It's
Right.
nothing good.
Radiant's mid tower.
I never tasted any chocolate chips that were promised.
Yeah. Yeah, not getting any of that. I'm just getting the caramel, which was not promised.
Right.
Radiant's mid tower's coming up.
So, Ben, I notice here that Spearbreaker does have the Aegis here. And I know you like to pronounce it Aegis.
Aegis. Aegis.
No, you say Aegis.
Do I?
You do. Which is fine.
I don't know what
That's
I
the
said.
European way. You're very refined.
I have of European descent, so that's very
That's
possible.
true.
So this game is it's not looking good.
We're dumping everything on the team here and really just not getting anywhere.
Here's the problem with Bristleback. He is impossible to kill.
Yeah, and they're really just too strong here. Clink's really just cleaning up.
At this point, you've got a 46-12 match. It just got out of hand.
Yeah. And I'm not sure why they're not just charging up here and just going for throne and just
Not
calm
sure on
the
that
game.
either. It looks
Yeah.
like they're actually going to try to push out top just to get that out of the way too, which is really unnecessary. They could be pushing the advantage. We've got respawn timers of 10
Yeah.
seconds, 15 seconds, 37 seconds.
Yeah, there's only a Crystal Maiden.
I'm the
up
only
here.
one left
What
to
are you
defend.
gonna
I'm
do?
squishy. I mean, that's not
you
going
wanna-
to be enough.
Right, you want to be pushing your advantage while the other team is
Now
down.
they took the barracks down there.
It's I compared it to one match that Jared and I casted. It's kind of like Street Fighter. When you have Dowsum and you have the other guy up against the wall, you want to be using the strong punch that will send your arms clear across
You're
the room.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Radiant's gone and fortified their structure.
There's an obscure Street Fighter reference. That's good.
I'm good at obscure
Spirit Breaker
references.
charging in.
Canceling it.
I think he's just really looking to make up some ground here. Actually, maybe
He might die
Maybe
for this.
dying.
He's getting a little aggressive here, doing the nether charge there.
it's like we may be losing, but we can still
Popping
take
the
you out if you
Aegis.
jump under our fountain.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker might be wanting to get out of here. Get a little aggressive there. He does have the Battle Fury.
Looks like he's going to take out Dragon Knight. Gonna
Dragon
go
Knight
after
and
Venomancer.
Timbersaw are both down. Clinkz took out the Dragon Knight. Bristleback got the
Luna
Timbersaw.
trying to do some damage, but just not enough there.
Nope. And Ben says, "Hey,
YOLO.
I might as well jungle."
I'm jungling. Well, at this point, I mean, really, again, you want to be doing something, and I can't defend. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to at least get some farm. Hopefully, when people pop back up, but it's really over.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. So
that's going to be the game.
I
So
kind of feel like it was our game to lose.
we did. We lost that one.
Yeah.
We were ahead. We were in a best position.
Not to take anything away from their team, even though they were jerks, but I do feel like it was our I do feel like it was our game to lose. We really just didn't play as well as we should have.
I think that's a matter of when you have the advantage, you need to play aggressive, but you need to play aggressive in a way that makes sense.
Oh, you're gonna get blown up here, Ben.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah,
I
I do feel like these kind of matches though are the ones that you really learn from, really teach you the mistakes that you make. That's kind of what I like about Dota is you kind of figure out where your mistakes are and
without a doubt.
how to improve it.
Without a doubt. And there's obviously some room for improvement here. We just need to work on our positioning, work on our late game strategy. I think we just kind of wandered around too much and got caught out of place.
We did get 1,200 gold for killing that Bristleback there.
Not enough to bring us back into the game.
No. Comeback time, Ben.
Yeah.
So Spirit Breaker with an unprecedented 15 kills, Clinkz with 13.
So really, I think I'm going to rate the Oreos higher than our performance in this match overall.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna dive in for another here. Sorry, I got real close
I'm
to
going to
the
do
mic
one
there.
last Oreo here, but I think we could grow in our ability, and I think the Oreos could just stick with their normal plain vanilla type of flavor.
I know at one point in time there was a thing such as I think it was called an Ultra Stuff Oreo that had even more cream than the Mega Stuff.
Wow.
So it's like a triple stuff, I think. Bristleback got the Lincolns there, jeez. But yeah, I tried looking for the Ultra Stuff or Hyper Stuff Oreos, but I couldn't find them.
Well, I think those would have been a better option. I can see why you would go with that.
Nabisco's big on the limited edition Oreos.
So really, they should have finished this match off by now. They're looking to just kind of extend this, try to mess with us a little bit.
Right.
TK going down, Venomancer going down.
Which for me personally, I mean, it's fun getting kills and stuff, but I'm kind of more interested in just winning a match and moving on to the next one.
Without a doubt.
Timbersaw going crazy with the Sentry Wards.
See, really, he's not doing anything here other than playing around, I believe.
Which is fine. This
Which
is
at
the point in the
At this
game
point, this is what you do.
where you can have fun. Yeah.
This might be over for
It would have been great to see him, like, make phallic symbols with the Sentry Wards or something.
That's always a classic. He's
Yeah.
going to actually go down here. The respawn timers are so high that really they have two options. Either to try to find me in the jungle again, or to just take it down. They're going to go ahead and take it down.
Yep.
And that's GG.
There it is. Yepper Rooney. So really that match could have been over. The fireworks make a horse bed. Did you see that?
I missed the horse. You keep telling me about the horse. I haven't seen the
It
horse.
happens. You just got to look for it.
Okay, I'll look for the horse.
So really, they could have finished that matchup. I don't know, about 15 minutes ago, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah, we played poorly. We were caught out of position, had poor initiations that we followed up on the poor initiations, which you don't want to be doing.
Really, we just played well early and fell apart. I don't know how else to put it. We just fell apart mid and late game.
Which usually we fall apart in the early game and do well in the mid to late game.
Right, so we flipped that, which is good.
Dang it. I guess. But yeah, anyway, Ben, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me again, Brian.
Would love to have you back on future broadcasts. Hopefully we'll have Jared back at some point to actually bring some insight and analysis into the game.
I think he has a little bit more to offer.
Yeah.
In terms of that.
Yeah, we come up pretty short.
We apologize once again.
So thanks for watching, everybody. Check us out at welikedota.com. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys.